How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The SEC just talked dirty to us and said that they were not ready to approve a Bitcoin ETF. I want to talk about that, talk about what that means for the market. And we saw a bit of a drop. When this happened, Bitcoin was around 31,200, actually looking like it was going to move up, maybe breaking this prior resistance. Then we had about $1,000 wick down, actually about 1,500 on this chart. So I want to talk about that. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can see future videos just like this. And I'm going to try to keep it nice and short. If you want to support the channel, there are links underneath the video. If you want to know what I'm buying and selling, there's a link to Patreon. Now, the crypto market was looking pretty good today. We got good PCE numbers in, and the traditional markets are up. And then the SEC had to come out and say, or basically just talk us down, right? A lot of this excitement over the last few weeks has been due to BlackRock filing for an ETF, Fidelity filing for an ETF, and also trying to buy Grayscale, and so many big companies in the background. We've talked about a lot here on the channel. But this just came out. SEC says spot Bitcoin ETF filings are inadequate. Now, they did not reject the filings, but this is basically what they said. And this is coming from the Wall Street Journal. This is ChatGPT summarizing the article, so we don't have to go through it all. The SEC has deemed a recent wave of applications by asset managers to launch spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds as inadequate. The SEC's decision resulted in a significant speed bump for the Bitcoin market, which went from 25 to 31,000 and now fell by about $1,000. The SEC's main concern with the applications was that they did not provide enough clarity and detail on the surveillance arrangements. The commission returned the applications because they didn't identify the spot Bitcoin exchange with which they were expected to have a surveillance sharing agreement. Moreover, they didn't provide enough information about the details of those surveillance arrangements. The SEC's decision, however, does not spell the end for the Bitcoin ETFs. The commission has indicated that asset managers can update their filings and refile them to address the surveillance issues. Some industry watchers have previously predicted that BlackRock's filing would appease the SEC's concerns through an agreement to share surveillance of a spot Bitcoin's trading platform with NASDAQ, which would list the ETF. So the market fell, but I think people are starting to realize, and we're starting to move up a little bit, about $700 from where we fell down to. This is not the end. It's the SEC kind of talking us down, trying to ask for more information. So BlackRock, Fidelity, and other companies too can refile, update applications with necessary info. I don't think this is the end of the Bitcoin ETF narrative, but it is a long weekend. The SEC's seen the market move up, and they might want to talk us down a little bit, kind of like when the Fed says that they're going to continue raising rates, and they're kind of talking a bit hawkish against the market. They're trying to talk the market down so we don't see it blow up to the upside, right? I think that's what the SEC is doing here, right? They saw a lot of excitement. They've been trying to sue companies. They've been trying to tamper down the market, and investors just won't have it. They continue to buy, continue to get more and more excited for the next bull run. So overall, I think this is not terrible news. It's to be expected, right? The SEC is not just going to go as soon as BlackRock files and just give their stamp of approval the first day that they have submitted the ETF application. They're going to make them work a little bit for it. But remember, BlackRock still filed. They're 575 and 1 with their ETF applications. I think they're going to get it approved. Other companies too have a great track record. Fidelity, all these companies know stuff that we don't. And I don't think that the SEC is necessarily going to just deny these ETFs. Again, they just want to make sure everything is dotted and crossed. And remember, just a week ago, they approved a 2x leveraged ETF, right? So they're willing to play ball a little bit more than they were before. But I would not be surprised if it takes a little bit of time, if these companies have to jump through a few hoops. And if the big players that be try to shake us out of our Bitcoin and scare us at some point in the future. So I don't think this is a big deal. If anything, it's a bit of a buying opportunity. If you're looking for the next couple of years out, this was a nice little dip. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video, though. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep it short for you so you don't get a mid-roll ad, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.